Hello, and welcome once again to Devardi Glass Videos. This video we're going to be demonstrating the compatibility between Devardi glass and some silver glasses. This particular bead will be using Precision, Da Vinci, and also the Diamond Clear by Precision. The first color we're going to be using here is a Devardi transparent purple. And the reason we're going to be using the Diamond Clear, what we'll do is we're going to separate the Da Vinci silver glass from the Devardi glass. There's no need to do this, but when you combine the Da Vinci glass with the Devardi glass, it changes the colors. Gives you some real neat earth tones. This particular bead, we want to keep them separate so that the Diamond Clear allows for the Devardi colors to come through. We're just going to use it as a barrier between the Da Vinci and the Devardi colors. Now the first thing that I do, and that's me on the torch, start a couple of marker beads, you might call them. At the top and the bottom, where we want the main bead to be. This gives you a real nice finish to the ends of the beads when you're done. And then we're going to just fill in the space in between. You can see how the bottom of the little beads rounds off real nicely next to the mandrel. Gives it a nice opening. And you notice that we're working in the very tip of the flame. This flame is turned up a little higher than normally. And basically that's for the advanced user. Once you begin to learn exactly how much heat you can give that Devardi glass, you can use a bit higher flame. Melt your glass a little quicker. Now, my style is a little different than most people's bead making. I guess you might call it a freestyle. One person compared it to an artist that throws paint on a giant canvas with cans. I suppose that's a little true to a certain extent. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. I just swab on various colors here and there. This is a opaque, Devardi opaque red. Neat color. Now this is going to be a two-part video. Very simply because it takes a little longer to work the silver glass with all these layers than the 10-minute video allows for it. So the first thing we're going to do is put on the Devardi glass in this video, and then the part 2 we'll be using the Precision Diamond Clear and the Devinci silver glass. So immediately following this video, look for part 2. And we'll just continue from where we left off. Now we're using an opaque orange yellow, and the next thing we'll do is use little highlights with a semi-opaque mango. Love that mango. Now, as we've mentioned in previous videos, just wave that glass in and out of the flame real quickly when you first start up. Let that rod heat up slowly. Wave it back and forth very quickly until it begins to change color a little bit. Once it changes colors, you can drop that glass into the flame just to the edge until it begins to melt. And then of course you can move the rod into the flame once it begins to melt. This technique will prevent any shockiness. It just takes time to get used to it. I like to press the glass with a set of pliers and then work it on the marber. And we're going to turn the flame up just a little bit right here. Just make sure you work this bead in the upper portions of the flame. You can turn it up quite high as long as you work in the upper portions. If you bring your bead too low in the flame, where it's much hotter, you run the risk of ruining the glass. So just keep that glass in the upper portions, and this glass just works so nicely. Now we're just about to the end of this video, so be sure to tune in to part 2, where we will be adding the Diamond Clear and the Devinci. Thanks again, and we'll see you on part 2.